as always, I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the lands on which QUT stands and the lands on which we meet around the country, and acknowledge the Turrbal and Yugara peoples, the First Nations owners of the lands where QUT now stands. We pay respect to their elders, their laws, their customs and creation spirits. We recognise that these lands have always been places of teaching, learning, research and engagement. Everybody is special tonight, but I do want to pay some special tributes to people who will either be joining us a little later in the evening or are with us now. So, of course, I would like to start with our students and our alumni who have done so well in their studies and that we're celebrating tonight, and our graduating students. We've got a number of students who are graduating mid-year but are actually not able to wear the funny hat. And we thought, well, you can either, post a certificate for a prize or for your graduation in the mail, or you can do something like this and actually have people involved and say how thrilled we are, and also to have our fantastic prize sponsors with us tonight. And we'll, talk with various people and identify people as we go with the prizes. But just, I would like to particularly say that for many of those people, they have been with us from day dot, and the centre is nearly 20 years old. And of course, some people would call them sponsors. We call them part of the family, very much leaders in their own right in the non-profit sector, and we welcome you for our special evening. So Bernard, I can see Bernard from BDO has joined us. Hi Bernard. Good to have you with us as well. And Marnie, one of the supporters, no doubt, for the students tonight. Good to have you with us. Oh, we've gone to 2 pages. Wow. Okay, so Felice, welcome to you as well. And I hope I haven't missed anybody, but it's great to have you along to celebrate with our students this evening. So in terms of some of the other people who will be joining us, we suspect, we also will be welcoming Associate Professor Amanda Gudmundsson, who is the Acting Executive Dean of Business, and a very busy person. Things are going on a lot in universities, as you can imagine. So Amanda hopefully might join us later in the evening. We also are going to have our new head of school, Professor Lisa McManus, who's the new head of the School of Accountancy. And of course, we've had an integral partnership with that school from the beginning of when Miles started the centre. And so we're delighted to have Lisa with us tonight to experience part of our special traditions. We have, of course, Dr. Glenn Poole, who is chair of our advisory committee, and Glenn will say a few words about the centre and welcome our students and as well tonight. And we have a range of our alumni chapter representatives with us tonight, and an apology from our alumni chapter president Lee Williams, who can't be with us, but thank you to those volunteers who do so much for our students. Dr. Craig Furneaux, who leads our fundraising. He is our senior lecturer and our subject area coordinator. Craig does an outstanding job and has great vision for the course, and adds so much of himself to what happens for our students. And also Dr. Ruth Knight, who's our ACPNS postdoctoral research fellow, and Ruth is one of our key collectors of students. Ruth is magnetic, and she speaks at industry conferences, and people just are intrigued by our course and join up. So Ruth, thank you for all that you do. We do have some apologies. Tim Fairfax, AC, immediate past Chancellor of QUT. Professor Margaret Shiel, AO, Vice-Chancellor of QUT, Emeritus Professor Miles McGregor-Lowndes, our founding Director of ACPNS, the person who started this course and had the vision for it when there was nothing like this at all in the country. And also, as I mentioned, Lee Williams, our current President of the ACPNS Alumni Chapter. So I'm going to now head over and share some slides, and I will be inviting Glenn Poole from our advisory board to actually say a few words.
Thank you for the introduction, and welcome to everyone tonight for what will be a rather memorable occasion. Normally we're able to gather at QUT, but tonight this is different. We want to just reflect for a little moment on 2019 and some of the busy and rewarding activities that we've been involved with last year. So some of the things that we did last year was ACPNS was reaccredited as a Tier 2 research centre within the university. This is an amazing achievement and testimony to the long-term achievement in research for many, many years. The reaccreditation process also allowed us to increase the number of academics who are formally engaged with the centre. The second highlight was that we were honoured to become part of QUT's Centre for Future Enterprise. We joined with the Australian Centre for Entrepreneurship Research, the Centre for Digital Economy and other academics in this new centre. CFE is one of QUT's 9 top research groups. And it has 4 research themes: social purpose enterprise, which is led by ACPNS, entrepreneurial enterprise, digital enterprise, and robust enterprise. We see many opportunities to explore research in each of these themes and also the interrelationship between them. The additional new capacity and collaborators in CFE will enable us to strive in new, larger scale ways towards stronger, evidence-based futures for non-profit organisations and the communities that they serve. To celebrate the 25th anniversary of the Gambling Community Benefit Fund in 2019, we created a standout Power of Community conference at QUT for leaders of grassroots organisations. Over 200 Queensland non-profit organisations from a range of areas in the sector were represented at the conference, as well as having opportunities to learn from our 15 expert speakers. Delegates were able to network and connect with each other throughout the day. We received a fantastic response to the conference and unfortunately had to disappoint some organisations as the bookings filled up so quickly. So we hope to hold this event again to continue celebrating and building on the impact our community organisations are having across Queensland. Naturally, learning and teaching are critical parts of ACPNS. Our student numbers continued to grow in 2019, and despite fluctuations in student enrolments in other areas of the university, demand remains high for non-profit leadership skills. Our alumni chapter was yet again awarded the Lisa Watkins Memorial Award for its activities, and this maintains ACPNS's tradition of lifelong learning. In the next 6 months, we are looking to refresh and reaccredit our course offerings, and we are exploring opportunities for teaching at the undergraduate and professional development levels, and there'll be more information about that quite soon. So congratulations, Wendy, Ruth, Craig, and the whole ACPNS team on our achievements in 2019. Congratulations too on the way in which you've been able to continue teaching and researching this year in the face of so many difficulties and challenges. On behalf of the Advisory Board, I extend our congratulations to our graduating students. Part-time study, as I know, particularly at the postgraduate level, is not easy. Well done for your perseverance and dedication. We also want to take the opportunity to thank the families, friends, employers and colleagues of our students. Without your continued support and encouragement, their achievements would have been much more difficult. So congratulations and enjoy the evening. Back to you, Wendy.
Thank you, Glenn, as always, and for all that you do as our Chief Volunteer for ACPNS. And so I wanted to also pay tribute to the people that make life possible for some of our students and easier. So we have a range of scholarships and bursaries. We'd love more, and we're always on the lookout for those opportunities. But we particularly started a Miles McGregor Lowndes scholarship when Miles retired a couple of years ago. And so we have Tim Buxton, who's third from the left in this photo, was this year's recipient. And you can see that Tim's been doing some amazing work there in the refugee sector and is now back in regional Queensland doing some work as well in a similar area. So we also have bursaries that make life again a bit easier in terms of being able to cover the costs of travel to university or whatever. So some of our students are from around the country or New Zealand. So our alumni chapter raises funds, and we have various thoughtful people who will occasionally put in a $500 bursary just to make life a bit easier for students, and that's very much appreciated. So also again this year we had the last of our George Alexander Foundation bursaries, which sits within the Potter Foundation. Again, very much appreciated. So we're getting closer to the time of actually announcing our winners, but our Vice-Chancellor couldn't be with us, and so she was kind enough to record a message. So I'd like to just introduce Professor Margaret Shiel, Vice-Chancellor of QUT, to say a few words.
Good evening, everyone. I am sorry I can't be there in person. On behalf of the QUT community, I wish to extend a very warm welcome on this significant occasion. I also acknowledge and pay my respects to the elders of the Turrbal and Yagara people as the traditional owners of the land where QUT stands. Tonight we recognise those students who have achieved exceptional academic results at the Australian Centre for Philanthropy and Not-for-Profit Studies. We also celebrate those who have successfully negotiated their way through the rigours of postgraduate research and coursework at a very difficult time in everyone's lives. While ceremonies such as this rightly focus on student achievement, they also enable us to acknowledge the crucial assistance of families, friends, supporters and employers. I would also like to highlight the vital contribution made by our teaching team and the not-for-profit sector groups who work to provide engaging real-world case opportunities for our students. Your success is also their success. Thanks must also go to the prize sponsors who made tonight possible, and to all the donors to the Miles McGregor Lowndes Scholarship. We're exceptionally grateful for your continued commitment to educating our future leaders in a sector that will only increase in importance as we face a very different global and local economy. Finally, I must extend my congratulations to those students who are graduating this semester. While the 2020 cohort enters a challenging and uncertain environment, I have no doubt that is one that you, as QUT's newest graduates, are well equipped to navigate. I hope you stay engaged with QUT as you embark on your careers. Prize winners, graduates, educators, sponsors and friends, may I once again extend my congratulations on your success. I offer all of you my personal best wishes for what I'm sure will be an exciting and bright shared future. Thank you and enjoy the ceremony.
Wanted to acknowledge our prize supporters that you can see here that are such wonderful long-term generous partners to us and such encouragers of our students. So we have some representatives here from our various folk tonight, so I would extend a particular welcome to those from our alumni chapter who are here tonight to support their fellow alumni and students. AskRight, I think Anna Apuli from AskRight is with us, or it might be Rob who's with us tonight. Forgive me, I'm not entirely sure from not being able to see. Bernard Curran from BDO. Directors Australia, we welcome Karen Newton yet again to be with us to support our students. Newman and Turner Lawyers, Chris Mills, thanks Chris. Purpose at Work, represented by Alan Hoff from those southern climes. Strategic Grants, represented by Joe Garner. Windsor Group by our alumni chapter past president, Dilys Bertelsen. Morag Hocknell, our inaugural alumni chapter president, who was the donor of the Morag Hocknell Alumni President's Perpetual Prize. Board Matters, represented by Jenny Robertson, and McCulloch Robinson, represented by Aaron Dahl. So without further ado, I'd like to move on to the actual prize giving. So our first prize is the ACPNS Alumni Chapter Prize for the best result in the subject management for philanthropic and non-profit organisations. And we congratulate Gail Chivers for that prize.
Say thank you, and especially to Dr. Ruth Knight, who was obviously my lecturer in that subject, and I really appreciate it, and it's helped to inspire and motivate me to keep going. So yeah, thank you, Ruth, and thank you to the ACPNS alumni chapter for offering that. I really appreciate it, and I was very surprised and grateful. Thank you.
As well, we are delighted to announce that Gail has received the Ask Right Prize for Fundraising Development Principles. So Gail, a double for you tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Wendy, and thank you very much to Ask Right again for providing this prize. And of course, my lecturer for this subject was Associate Professor Wendy Scaife. So thank you very much, Wendy, for that. Yeah, wonderful. Thank you very much to all of you.
Thanks for doing great work there, Gail. Rob, did you want to say anything at all from Ask Right?
Oh, Wendy, look, I just wanted to congratulate Gail on behalf of, well, everyone, but from Ask Right as well. So we're really proud to be associated with this prize, and yeah, look forward to continuing the relationship. So well done, Gail. Well done.
Thank you so much, Rob. I really appreciate it. It's really helped to inspire and motivate me to keep going. Thank you.
It's great news. Take care.
Thanks, Rob, and please pass back our thanks to everybody at Ask Right as well. So moving on to our next prize for the BDO prize for the subject accounting issues for philanthropic and non-profit organisations. And congratulations to Lindsay Coates.
Thank you, Wendy.
And Bernard, did you want to add your congratulations to Lindsay?
Congratulations, Lindsay. All the best with the future, and hope this prize helps out with the work that you're doing. So congratulations.
Thank you very much, Bernard. Thank you for the support of BDO, and sounds like it's been long-term continuing support, so that's great to see that association. I should acknowledge my cohort that supported in this course for accounting. It obviously was a group exercise in part, so I would like to thank Gail, Melissa, Sally and Bruce as well, because we worked as a team for part of this course, so that's really important to acknowledge.
Terrific. Well done, Lindsay. And Lindsay's now embarking on the fundraising subject, so we'll see if your left brain and right brain work really well. So our next prize is the Directors Australia Prize, which recognises a student who achieved the highest result in philanthropic and non-profit frameworks of governance. So congratulations, Jade Stewart.
Sorry, just feeding the baby. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. I appreciate all the teachers across all the subjects really helped towards learning for these ones. So thank you very much.
Fantastic, Jade. And Karen, did you want to add any words there?
Just my congratulations to Jade. I've been very pleased that Directors Australia has been able to support the ACPNS over an extended number of years. We like the association, obviously, and particularly enjoy supporting on a broader base the not-for-profit community. And well done, Jade, particularly as you've obviously got a young member of your family to look after. It reminds me of when I did an MBA. I had a baby as well, and I remember attending a lecture thinking I could sort of still smell a baby smell, only to find that my son had thrown up over my shoulder just before I attended the lecture. So I understand what some of the juggling might mean when you're looking after young ones and studying. So yeah, really well done.
Thank you. Really ironic because I just got puked on now. So
power of suggestion.
Thank you so much, Karen.
Yeah, well done, Jade, and yeah, multitasking, it's what we do, isn't it? And Karen, thank you. You've been a stalwart over such a long time, and I think that sometimes we talk about if we could only offer one subject, what would it be? What's the most important thing in the non-profit sector? And we came up with the view that it was governance, so it's a pretty important one to do well in, Jade. So our next prize is the Newman and Turner Lawyers Prize for the top student in legal issues for philanthropic and non-profit organisations. And this one comes all the way from WA, Lucinda Dessington. Congratulations, Lucinda.
Thank you very much, Wendy. Yeah, and thank you to Jennifer Robertson, who was also my lecturer, and special thanks indeed to Newman Turner Lawyers. Yeah, it was such a shock to get this in my inbox, so I'm extremely grateful, and it does sort of help me to propel to the next phase of my learning journey. So thank you very much for your support.
Oh, it's great, and great you could have family with you there as well tonight, Lucinda.
Yes, and my mum is actually joining from Doha, actually, so that's very special.
Excellent. Oh, it's an international prize night. Really is like the Logies. That's terrific. And delighted that you can be with us, Lucinda's mum too. So, Chris, did you want to add your words there to Lucinda?
Yeah, congratulations, Lucy, on behalf of myself and the team at Newman and Turner Lawyers. It's a real encouragement to see you getting this prize, and we hope to continue to be able to support you in the school through the studies, and it's really a real pleasure to be here to support you in getting this prize. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chris, and do convey our thanks to Matthew as well for all of his support always for the centre. So our next prize is, well, it's an interesting one. It's normally the Purpose at Work prize for the subject ethics for philanthropic and non-profit organisations. However, 3 students tied this time. So I wanted to highlight that we were blessed to have the support of, again, Newman and Turner Lawyers for a second prize, and also the ACP&S alumni chapter to ensure that we weren't splitting the prize amount, and that there was, full celebration of the fact that Lindsay Coates, Cade Himalayan and Marie Nugent all succeeded and got great results in this important subject of ethics. So congratulations, Lindsay, Cade and Marie.
Oh, thank you, Wendy. It's Marie here. I'm actually driving home from the Sunshine Coast, so I'm trying to be focused. But thank you very much. I found this subject fascinating. It certainly has continued to help me process my thinking, and I'm very grateful to the sponsors as well. Thank you.
Thanks, Marie, and safe driving. Cade, did you want to say anything from down Sydney Way?
Yeah, sure. I'd like to add my thanks as well. My lecturer for this subject was Matthew Turner, so thank you very much for him and helping us get through the assessment. Also very much thanks to Alan, who's joining us today at Purpose at Work for sponsoring my portion of this prize. And thanks again to the Centre for making all this possible.
And Lindsay, did you want to again reflect on the fact that you've now got 2 prizes?
Just as per Cade and Marie, thank you so much to everyone. I think as well for Matthew, he was a really a great lecturer in that particular subject. Thanks to Alan at Purpose at Work. And I think also thanks for our colleagues. There was a lot of interaction in our group. I think over this module, I think we were all a little bit out of our depth in some way. So there was lots of discussion amongst the cohort. So it was a really good group effort. So thanks to everybody that was part of my group in there.
Oh, wonderful, Lindsay. And Alan, how lovely to have you with us. Alan, you used to teach the governance subject way back when, I recall, when you were here and you were completing your PhD. Would you like to add your thoughts tonight for our students?
Thanks, Wendy. And in fact, I was in the very first cohort of students to complete the graduate certificate. So Lindsay, Cade and Marie, well done, congratulations. I hope you have enjoyed the course or are enjoying the course as much as I did all those years ago. Well done.
Thanks, Alan, as always, for your support in so many ways. And to Newman and Turner and to the alumni chapter for stepping up and making that a special prize. So our next one is the Strategic Grants Prize for the best result in fundraising development techniques. And again, a Southerner joining us. Congratulations to Jess Sotile. So Jess, would you like to say anything this evening?
Just thanks very much. I didn't expect to get this for fundraising, being a lifelong public servant, but I learned a lot and I enjoyed it a lot as well. Thank you so much.
Joe again and Strategic Grants, wonderful supporters, and also volunteers with the centre providing advice for small to medium non-profits on seeking grants through courses that they run every quarter in our library and have done for more than a decade. So on to our next prize, which is the Windsor Group Prize. And that's always very special because this is sponsored by our immediate past alumni chapter president, Dilys Bertelsen. So this is for the prize Introduction to Social Enterprise, and it goes to our own alumni chapter member, Bruce Neen. Congratulations, Bruce.
Thank you very much. I did find on my desk a little makeshift Oscar, so certificate, but I just would really like to thank Dr. Ruth as well. Whatever she teaches, she does with such passion, and she really encourages the students to the point that she was wondering when I was going to start the social enterprise that I fictitiously made up, and I am looking for investors tonight if anyone is keen. And also thank you very much to Dilys and the Windsor Group for sponsoring this prize. Thank you.
Good on you, Bruce. And Dilys, would you like to add your congratulations?
I certainly would. Well done, Bruce. Congratulations, and congratulations to the centre for putting this on in such difficult times. Well done you. It's lovely to be here, and I wish you all very, very best of luck for the future. And hopefully, Bruce, we shall manage to get a virtual coffee or a meeting at some point in the future.
That would be great. Thank you very much, Dilys.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Dill, and as always for your encouragement for all that we do. Now our next prize is for our overall graduate certificate prize winners. So this is two prizes, the Morag Hocknell Alumni President's Perpetual Prize and the Board Matters Prize. So the Morag Hocknell Alumni President's Perpetual Prize goes to the student who has achieved the greatest overall improvement over the duration of the course. And even though she's driving, I'm hoping she might be still listening. So congratulations, Marie Nugent.
Thank you, Wendy. I'm a bit closer to home, but I'm still driving.
Okay.
I was actually very touched to receive this award. My children found it somewhat amusing, but it reminded them, I think, of under 10 soccer or something. But it was actually fantastic. As you know, I've been in the, I've worked in private enterprise for many years, and it was over 30 years since I last studied at a tertiary level. So I had to confront e-libraries and citing and referencing and academic theory and a whole lot of things, that contemporary theory that I had never touched on before. So I did have to be talked down from the ledge a couple of times by members of my family when I thought I can't do this. So this is a really good acknowledgement that I actually was able to grasp at least some of it. So thank you very much.
Oh, awesome, Marie. We're just delighted that you've had that tremendous achievement and set that role model for the family. So safe driving.
And congratulations, Marie.
And to our lovely Morag, yes.
I recall 20 years ago when I started and how I felt very nervous about going into the university sector. So I feel for her and congratulations. And that's the reason I put this up as a prize. And it's a fabulous thing that 20 years on, we're still doing the same.
Absolutely. Thank you, Bob.
And Morag, of course, we pay tribute to Morag because it was Morag who started the process that students at ACPNS become alumni from the moment that they join our course. So that means that there's a real fellow spirit across the years and the cohorts, and there's that opportunity to really feel part of the family from day one. It's not just a course when you start at ACPNS, and Morag, that's a wonderful tradition that you began. Thank you. So our Board Matters Prize for the best overall performance in the Graduate Certificate in Business, Philanthropy and Non-Profit Studies, and congratulations Sally Malouf for achieving such outstanding results.
So good evening everyone. Firstly, I'd like to thank everyone involved in the evening and give thanks to ACPNS and its supporters, both on behalf of myself and fellow graduates. Just briefly on reflection, although I come from very modest beginnings, I now understand the importance of helping others through giving back. And I wanted to learn more about philanthropy and the non-profit sector to ensure my giving is effective. So I did my homework, and I discovered that the course offered by ACPNS is well regarded, and the breadth of the subjects offered is fantastic. My own perspective was therefore a little different from many of my fellow graduates who either worked in the sector or hoped to work in the sector. Despite that, I'm confident all of us now understand the complexity and challenges of working with the multiplicity of stakeholders involved in this sector to deliver better outcomes. And I thank ACPNS and its supporters for their incredibly valuable work, particularly in the uniquely challenging times we now find ourselves in. I and all my fellow graduates are truly grateful, and I feel extraordinarily privileged and surprised to receive this award. I thank Jenny Robertson and Board Matters for the prize this evening, and I'm happy to say I'll be donating it straight to charity. So thank you very much.
Oh, thank you, Sally. It's just been delightful to have you as part of our classes. But thank you, Sally, and thank you, Board Matters, for again being a stalwart in supporting our students. So our final prize is the McCulloch Robertson Prize that is for our master's student, and the Master of Business Philanthropy and Nonprofit Studies student with the best overall performance was Anna Herbert. Congratulations, Anna.
Oh, thank you, Wendy. That's yeah, it was a lovely surprise to get that that notice, but I really am quite humbled by the award. It's been a bit of a long process for me to complete my master's. I've often said it feels like the longest master's in the world because of because I have been on a interesting journey with it, but completing it and then to receive this award was really just such a blessing. And I do thank you for your support and all the team there at ACPNS, but particularly I'd also like to thank McCulloch Robertson for sponsoring this award and for being a big part of the ACPNS family, as you say, for such a long time. Ramet, I think you're there. Thank you for being here tonight. And yes, I do need to also acknowledge my family, my husband Liam and Emily and Abigail, my children who would often see me disappear to finish assignments late into the night. But yes, it's wonderful to receive this award, and yeah, I'm really chuffed and humbled by it. And again, just as was said before, I think what I would like to do with this prize is to support the Clifton Rural Show Society. I'm the patron of their new Grand Champion Prize for Art. So I'd like to help some of our rural students, or some of our rural families to be supported by this prize through my family. So thank you to McCulloch Robertson, and thank you to the course for helping me to be in a position to do that. So yeah, I'm very, very grateful. So thank you.
Thank you, Anna. And Aaron Dahl from McCulloch, would you like to add your congratulations?
Yeah, sure. Thanks very much, Wendy. So video, it drops out a little bit, so probably best for all anyway. Look, I mean, completing a master's is a huge achievement of itself, but to do it and achieve it in a manner that gets you best overall performance is a fantastic achievement, and undoubtedly takes a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication. So well done, Anna. It's a great achievement, and obviously the manner in which you've taken the prize is really heartwarming as well. So obviously a deserving winner, and just a pleasure to be involved with.
Thanks so much, Aaron. It's been a long association with McCullough's, and we very much appreciate that support and encouragement for our students. And thank you for giving up a Friday evening to come and be part of this as well. So I guess that brings us to the end of our prizes as such. And if anyone else would like to add any words at this point, they're very welcome to do so. All of us appreciate all of the supporters that have made this possible. And I guess this evening as well, we wanted to celebrate the fact that it's mid-year. Normally we would be heading across to QPAC and doing an amazing graduation complete with organ performances and gowns and funny hats. But this year, of course, that's not possible. So we wanted to, Lily from our office has gone to the trouble of highlighting a few of our students who are who would have been walking across the floor at QPAC, but we couldn't let this occasion pass without some actual acknowledgement of your achievement. So hence gathering tonight, and hence the Vice-Chancellor adding her words of support too. Melissa, congratulations on you graduating tonight. Melissa, did you want to reflect on anything across the time that you were studying at all?
Thank you for that beautiful dance. Look, I've loved the study. I always enjoy studying, just not the deadlines. And I'm excited to go on and continue with my master's. And thank you for the dedication that the whole ACPNS team put in to help us succeed, especially for a very challenging time for everyone, including the QUT staff. So thank you, and you'll continue to see me around for a little while longer.
Fantastic. We've been delighted to have you as part of the course, Melissa, and yeah, it's great to hear that you're going to stay as part of the family, and that's terrific. So our next person is Chris Doll. Now Chris is from the West, and we didn't have a photo of Chris, and Chris is not able to be with us tonight, but she wanted to pass on her total enjoyment of and thanks for the course. So congratulations, Chris, on graduating. And Rose is with us tonight. So Rose, you know what's coming now. So there you go, Rose. If you're not too stunned, if you'd like to say anything, please feel welcome.
When Katie hit me up at 3 p.m. asking for my photo, I wasn't expecting this. I just wanted to say thanks, and I think every course that I did through this has been extremely relevant to what I'm doing currently and what I hope to do in the future. And I've been raving about it to many of my colleagues who are all very interested, so just trying to push them to do that as well. So yeah, I just wanted to thank everyone, all the lecturers, everyone's been really supportive. Thank you.
Again, a delight to have you in our classes, Rose. So, and really pleased to know that the information is readily useful to your work in the community. So, so well done. And our next graduate is Katie Peters. So Katie, these give me the giggles, by the way, when I watch them. Would you like to say anything?
Yeah, thank you for, I have the giggles too. I had no idea this was coming. Yeah, it's been a great course and I've really enjoyed it, and I'm very fortunate to be surrounded by a great team who have supported me in my studies. And yeah, I've loved it, and thanks to my family, here they all are, for their help in pulling this one off too. So, thank you.
Well done, Katie. And for those who don't know, Katie came to us as a volunteer when she was finishing her degree elsewhere, and wanted to do something on modern slavery, and then saw the course and decided, well, as soon as she finished her other degree, she'd do the course. And lovely to see you carry that through, Katie. And Katie also, as many of you will know, is the voice and face of the centre, working as our engagement and administration officer. So thanks, Katie, for all you've done towards this evening as well, and so terrific to see you with that piece of paper. Brooke Sinclair. So Brooke, are you with us this evening?
Yes, I'd just like to say thank you, everyone. So thank you, for all your support. It's wonderful.
Thanks, Brooke, and great to see you continuing and working in the sector with AskRight as well, and delighted that that you were able to be here tonight and enjoy that sense of accomplishment. It's well deserved.
I am thinking of finishing the masters, but I've got something else I need to do first, so I'll see how I go.
That sounds great. Well, it'll be here and it'll be interesting. So our next graduate is Jen Bly, who I don't think is with us tonight. Working in Sydney, and through her course has been able to go from career move to career move, and now works with Salvation Army, heading their as their National Trusts and Foundations officer. So Helen Therese. Next person, Anna Herbert. Congratulations, Anna.
Thank you, Wendy. Thank you for the certificate.
It's a lot more groovy than when you're over at QPAC and walking on the stage, yeah?
Yeah, I much prefer this. This is wonderful.
Okay.
Thank you so much for that.
Ashley Ralph. So Ashley, I think you're online. Congratulations.
Thank you. This is so funny watching these things. Yeah, it just feels like this has all gone past in quite a blur. I realised when suddenly I was graduating, I think I did the year and a half in 2.5 years, and I don't know how I got it done that quickly, and I think I regretted it at times, taking on such a big workload amid all sorts of different transitions and everything, but suddenly you blink and it's done, so yay!
Well, congratulations. And Ashley, thank you also for serving on the Alumni Chapter Committee, and for being a person in Sydney to welcome other alumni and students. So it's been great to have your volunteer expertise.
Thank you.
Excellent. And our final graduate is Ramat. So congratulations, Ramat. I think you're with us this evening.
Yeah, hi Wendy, Ruth, and all the people. Thanks so much for everyone who is managing this event, this difficult time. So this small celebration is really valuable for me, or for everyone, I think. I'm actually now already in Indonesia, back home, as the government told us to do so. So yeah, I'm ready for doing something here. Sending my kiss and hug for all of amazing people here.
Excellent,
Thank you.
Ramat. Well done. It's a long haul to do the Masters, so well done on accomplishing that goal. And to all of our graduates, our mid-year graduates, well done, and hope that you continue to stay in touch. To just, I guess, draw our evening a little bit towards a close and point towards some of the things that we have on. So despite the fact that there is COVID, we are of course going to hold our usual non-profit careers night, and Dilys Bertelsen of course was an architect of this and continues to work with us to try and engage people in their non-profit career or new people into the sector. And I guess with COVID, you know, people are looking around and looking at their life and the meaning in their life, and so there may be opportunities for more people to find their space in the non-profit sector. We have, of course, our alumni chapter anniversary event in partnership with Fundraising Institute Australia, and that will be in November. And we're just trying to figure out whether that's virtual or real bacon and eggs breakfast. Our Secura grant tutorials that I mentioned before that Strategic Grants help us with, they happen each quarter. So if you know of a community organisation that would like to know more about grant seeking and using some of the resources in the library to search for grants, then by all means jump on our website or contact me or Katie or anyone from the centre. Our Tea and Buns event that our wonderful Dr. Ruth Knight came up with, or Tea and Buns as Ruth might say, which is a gathering of people to talk about issues that are going on in the sector about once a month, the opportunity to ask questions, usually with a themed speaker as part of that. So everybody is welcome to that webinar. So again, jump on our website. And in 2021, the Centre will be celebrating 20 years of hopefully some good impact on the sector. So there'll be lots of activities that people can be a part of. So I guess that I might just stop sharing.
To send a congratulations to you and the Centre for this challenging time and putting this on for all of us to get together. Thanks, Wendy, and the ACPNS team.
Thanks, Morag. And Anna, you wanted to say something?
Oh, I'd love to. Yes, thank you, Wendy. To you, to Craig, Ruth, all the staff who are there, thank you for your leadership. As a part-time student, I've really relied on the excellent guidance from all of the staff there, because I've needed it. At times I felt like Dorothy the dinosaur catching up with all of the social media and social enterprise work, and I think my first lecture was with Miles McGregor Lowndes in legal issues, and I was terrified after the first lecture because I realised I had a lot of catching up to do. But from there, I think it just spurred on a real interest in learning and getting to know deeply the area of the not-for-profit sector, because I knew some of it but not all of it. And of course, completing the Masters, it is a real sense of achievement, and I do thank you there. Along the way, I've had to borrow money from family and get through that way, but I would also just like to take a moment to acknowledge the George Alexander Foundation, because they did support me at a time when I wasn't sure whether I was going to complete the course, and I'm just really thrilled with their support. But along with all the other students, if I can say on behalf of the students here tonight, huge thank you to our sponsors and supporters, because we really couldn't be doing this without you. And if you just allow me to acknowledge them one by one, because it is important, the contribution you make, to Ask Right, to Rectors Australia, Windsor Group, of course the ACPNS alumni chapter, and particularly Morag Hocknell and John, good to see you there, to BDO, Board Matters, to my personal favourite tonight, McCullough Robinson, thank you, and to Newman and Turner lawyers, Purpose at Work and Strategic Grants. Thank you. It is just such a wonderful position for us to be in, to be recipients of your help. So thank you, and I hope that we can all in our individual careers in the not-for-profit sector go on to help others in any way that we can. So to philanthropy and the not-for-profit sector, tonight is a big celebration. And to the centre, congratulations. I hope to be there in person partying with you next year for the 20th.
Thanks, Anna. So beautifully said. And I would like to acknowledge as well Alex Williamson, who's one of our team as well, who's joined in a little bit after I've stopped seeing photos. So thank you, Alex, for being here. And I can see one of our new students, Marlon. It's just lovely to have you all. The centre is special in the people that it draws to it, and we really do appreciate everything that our supporters put in year out, and the advice bank that you provide to us and to our students, and also to all of the families. This is always a very special night for us because we get to see those long-suffering folk that have put up with the crankiness and the tiredness and the not being there-ness, and all of us on team, Alex and Craig and Ruth and I and our other lecturing team, we really understand. We've been there and we know how much the families really make it possible for everybody. We are so blessed with our students. I think it's very obvious. So generosity, integrity and collaboration are the values of the centre. Anna, I'm going to probably have to add terror now that you've reflected on Miles's first lecture there. We'll consider it anyway. But I hope that you all feel the spirit of the centre, which sort of goes a bit beyond any one of us. And I hope you feel very connected to something that we hope is more of a movement for creating a better range of outcomes in the sector through better leaders, through better equipped, talented people who give so much to our sector. So thank you all, and I do hope you have a beautiful weekend. And
30 seconds, because I also want to congratulate everyone tonight. We know what effort and time and commitment that you have to put in to do your studies. We never underestimate the commitment that you show to do your studies. So we all at the centre really appreciate what you give. But we also like to give back to you, because graduation doesn't mean that you now have to leave us. In fact, we so want to stay in touch. Make sure that you stay in touch on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Twitter, all the socials. But of course, you'll get on news. You can keep coming to Tea and Buns and all the events that we put on. We in no way want to not see you anymore. We want to stay in touch. And we want you to feel that we're still here for you. Please reach out if there's any way we can support you, and please keep connected and support other students that are coming through the ranks now, because they need great mentors and leaders like yourself to encourage those people coming through who are also feeling a little bit terrified right now. But if you can inspire them and encourage them, it really does mean a lot. So thanks everybody, and congratulations.
And one last thing from me, I would like any of you who've got the capacity and the wish to think about what thesis that you could do. Research theses in our sector are much needed in Australia, and ACPNS is a great place to be encouraged to do your Master of Philosophy or Doctor of Philosophy. And I'm speaking also to our sector leaders out there. Because you have such a contribution to make, and we need that Australian research, and we need your commitment, and we'll help you get there. So I cede that thought, and on that note, unless anyone else would like to add anything, thank you for making a lovely evening, and congratulations to everybody.